How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are taking the Siblings Bond mission of the new Supreme Magnificent battle against the Hybrid Saiyans. Alrighty, so we are running a bit of a mix of a team. Now, the thing for this mission, and I know everybody's struggling with this mission, is you actually only need 4 of the Siblings Bonds characters to beat this mission against the Gohan here. So we are going to take... we are using the Blues team here, running Future Saga and the Fused Fighters. So cool thing is the androids are on Future Saga, so they can actually be run here. So you'll see we do have the androids and an off lead Fat Boo, and there's a reason for that setup here, which you're gonna see in a moment. The nice thing about the Gohan is the first phase, I'm sure many of you guys have already realized, hits like a truck. We're talking about an 11 million super that he can hit you with right away, but he drops 30% every time he takes a hit. So as long as we see, even though the androids here are doing normals and not going to be doing damage to him, those simple attacks are going to protect the next turn. Now, of course, this off-lead Fat Boo is going to die here, giving us a revive and pushing us in the next turn. And if we do this correctly, we should kill Gohan in the next turn. See, the thing is these bosses, while hitting hard, actually go down pretty quick. And that's kind of the strategy here we're going for. Alright, so we so we got our next rotation. So we're gonna keep a Blues and the Gohan in one rotation, and what we'll do is we'll float off the LR Kid, the LR Super Easy A, Trunks and Goten. So I'm pretty sure, I mean, wow, we don't have a full youth team here, so Gohan and Goten and Trunks are not going to be at their strongest. I think this can still work. Okay, we get the dodge, very nice. And we get the 38 million here. Yeah, so Vegeta, the Vegeta side of this should support the Goten and Trunks side, because it, you know, a character who includes Trunks. So I'm thinking on the next turn we swap into Vegeta, use the active skill, which will be during the next phase, and we should be golden. There we go, we get the dodges here. Alright, 38 million on the Gohan. Remember, this turn he does have 80% damage reduction. So post super, he should be okay against the normals here. Obviously, we weren't going to want to put him in slot 1, but post super should be, slot 2, post super should be pretty good. Especially with the extra defense coming from the super on the Blues here. There we go. Okay, one more. Yes, very nice. Oh, uh-oh. Are we dead here? Oh, yes, we do tank it. So we did lower enough attack here. Alrighty. And AGL Gohan, or Goten and Trunks do finish this. So now we roll into the final phase. The key to the final phase is an all-out blitz of an attack, right? It's to make sure that we take down Gohan before he can do any major damage to us. And this is why we saved the Boo and the androids here.
Enjoy ourselves. If we wipe out all of humanity now, then the fun ends and we've got nothing left to do, right?
Alright, so we kind of timed that alright, right? I was prepared to use an item in case we couldn't get the timing, because you notice here we have the free-to-play Trunks and Goten from the 10th anniversary. They are on the Siblings Bond category, so they allow us to run an on-lead unit for the Blues team, since they are on both Sibling Spawn and Fused Fighters. So you're gonna see here, like, this Gohan, like, once we start laying into him, he's gonna start taking damage, which is kind of what we need from him. There we go, very nice. And then here we get the super from. Perfect. We get another one. Yeah, there we go. Free-to-play unit for the win. So we get that free turn with the android, and then next turn we have Int Fat Boo coming back on, where he will have the. Alright, where he will have his revive active that we can use.
I told you we needed a plan, yet here we are.
Oh, relax. I'm sure we'll find a way. We always do.
Sure, except for all the times we've died.
GOHAN! Trunks!
Alrighty, so we can exchange both of our units now. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah. And we swap into the Goten and Trunks. Yeah, perfect. So this is tough here. So I'm thinking we actually want to leave Fat Boo in on here, because I want Vegeta to attack in slot 3. So let's do his active.
Feed you for my son and for the future, Father. Take this, Dad, again! Come on, Trunks, give it all you got.
Sure thing! This is the power of mortals!
Alright, nice, 90 million. So you see we took out a pretty significant chunk there with Vegeta. Alright, and then let's pop their active, the Galactic Donut. And of course we don't crit. Alrighty. Okay, so let's do this. Excellent. Okay. So we're gonna grab this with the Fat Boo. And now we're in trouble. Alright, so unfortunately our Goten and Trunks are not going to be at their full capacity here. Not only because we do not have a full youth team, but because we only grabbed 2 key spheres. Remember, they do need at least 4 type key spheres to be at their full passive. And we didn't even get a rainbow key sphere either, so they're not going to deal a whole lot of damage this turn, and that is really unfortunate. We probably should have let, you know, in retrospect, well, no, I mean, this kind of had to be the setup, because we do need, we do want Vegeta to attack in slot 3 for the most amount of damage. So the trick to Gohan is blitzing Gohan with as much damage as you can. He doesn't have that much HP, he goes down quick, but only if you can get the setup to do so. Okay, no, I mean, not bad considering we only got 2 key spheres, but still, could have been better, and especially, oh, we do get the crit though. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Alright, we get an additional. Nope, bunch of normals. Alright, so 55 million here on the Vegeta. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Excellent. Alright, we get another crits, maybe? So you can see, like, these crits really help take this boss down quick.
always do.
Sure, except for all the times we've died.
Alrighty, so now we have the challenging bit, right? Because we have no protection this turn, but I'm pretty sure we can kill on the active here. So let's pop Vegito.
You think you're the only one who can manage that little trick?
Ooh, 86 million, and that does finish him off. Excellent. So our strategy worked. Use the blues to blitz through the phase. I can't believe that worked. And we get the cool Vegito KO screen, something we haven't gotten. Actually, I don't think we've ever gotten his we've gotten this kill as the KO screen. So hooray! Alrighty, so there you have it, folks. There is Stage 3 of the new Supreme Magnificent battle against the Hybrid Saiyans, specifically against the Teen Gohan. This Siblings Bond mission is probably the hardest mission of a lot of the GDC events, because I mean Siblings Bond is just such a rough category. Especially, I mean, not only is it a rough category, but these fights are something else. So I actually wanted to take a minute real quick for you to kind of flip over and show you guys what we're dealing with when we talk about these fights, so you guys can have a good understanding of sort of how to do it. But the basic strategy we went over, as we showed you, was right: blues in slot 1, boost the defense, also deal the damage, turn 3 exchange, launch actives, and start laying into Gohan with the protection from the tech droids and the Fat Boo, because like you saw, they went down pretty quick. But let's actually flip over to the Dokkan info here so you guys can see what we're dealing with Gohan, right? So if you haven't realized already, Gohan has an 11 million super here, and that is a lot. All right, that is a lot. 11 million super and 4 million normals. That means he's probably killing whoever's in slot 1 that isn't dodging or doesn't have a high 80% or greater damage reduction. So what that means is, right, you have to protect whoever your slot 1 is. And then the nice thing is he loses, I think I said 30% earlier, it is 5% with each attack received, and so the more damage you do, the easier it is to manage. Now he caps out at 35%, which is still going to be throwing out to you like a 6 million super, but I mean it's still manageable, a lot more manageable than what you were dealing with before. So protection mechanics, and then lay into him with heavy additionals. Now that is for just phase 1. Phase 2 works the opposite. While the HP has been increased slightly, it's still only 350 million, which is not a lot. His super looks like it hits a lot less for 1.6, but where he gets crazy is attack 100%, and defense 100% up to 1,000% per hit received. Now, so that ends up meaning his super hits for like 13 million, right? Or, yeah. A lot more than the phase 1 Gohan super. So what you want to do here is pay attention to where the supers are. So if you noticed, we didn't really get to see it because we were using action. We were using the Ghost Usher abilities, but you can always count on where Gohan's going to super. He is always going to super in action 7, slot 3, or action 8, slot 0. Basically, last attack and then first attack is basically how that works out for the super attack. So you can plan around this. Teams like Omega Shenron's team that have an automatic action cancel actually thrive versus this guy, because not only can they have ways to deal with those normals and those increased normals and the increased with each turn, they actually have a way to deal with it, Omega's team does really, really well against here. But other teams don't have any combat for this. This is very clearly a fight that is not designed for a lot of the new GDC units, and you know, that's okay. It's easy to manage with the right team. So just don't come in here expecting to use any team willy-nilly to do it. But I mean, the Sibling Spawn mission, you know, if you got to use items to do this, it does work. It's not too difficult. You don't have to cheese it like we did here. But we'll come back to the team here so you guys can see. Alrighty, so we, like I said, this is the team we used that works in order to blitz that final phase, as we said, right? The heavy active skills for the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, the blues, they really, really help. AGL, Goten, and Trunks really help in this fight because of their high damage right out the gate, and that's kind of what you need from this, right? The Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's team can kind of pull this off a little, but they don't have anything to really mitigate the increased supers other than relying on encounter. And the turn 1 in the first phase can be very difficult for them, but outside of that, it is pretty manageable with that. So you just have to kind of be careful with who you bring into this event, all right? A lot of teams are not going to succeed that well in it. So guys, that's it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what team did you use to clear the Sibling Spawn mission? We went with this team. Our strategy worked. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the strategy, and maybe you can use it to complete it on your own. Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.